Chiefs are innovations of colonialism. We had kings. But this group of European people, they decided, we have the monarchy, we have the kings, you understand? You are not equals.
How are you guys? I hope you're well. I hope you're doing well. I am headed, just woke up and dressed up. We are staying in an Airbnb facility, and so I am headed to the place where the rest of the travel gang is spending their evening. So it's such a quiet and a calm neighborhood, honestly, and it is beautiful. Anyway, today we are going to go to Robben Island by the grace of God, praying for journey mercies over the waters and everything. Okay, mnasikia mbwa nyingi huku? Acha niwaambie, someone just told us that these people are more afraid of dogs than guns. So kama uko na gun, you'll be in trouble, but if you have a dog, the better it is for you. So anyway, today we are going to Robben Island, and I'm super excited to just see where Nelson Mandela and other Africans who were imprisoned in the fight for freedom and so many other things. And also we are going to go to the aquarium. But something else that we are putting on our prayer list is for the clouds to clear on top of the Table Mountain. On top of the Table Mountains, apparently, if the top of the Table Mountains is cloudy, you cannot be allowed to access it or to go up there. So yeah, that is also a prayer item that we're having. I think this is the better side. Niwache niwaambie kitu. Apparently ni kama tulikuja hizi dogo zini. Nyamaza niongee. Apparently ni kama tulikuja at the beginning of winter. So yesterday, simi nikadhani huku ni kama Mombasa shwali. Nikavaa tu sunny dresses twangu. I froze. So I had to get a sweater. Yeah. Kana daddy. Waterfront is the central point. When you're there, you can access so many other different spaces. So from the waterfront, you can go to the space where you need to get you need to access the Robben Islands. Headed to the what?
Robben Island.
To Robben Island. Do you have your handkerchief with you?
Yeah. We are going to Robben Island. Yes.
Yeah.
Robben Island, baby.
So beautiful. Just look at the sculptures. Yeah. It's not happening to me, it's happening for me. Robben Island has a rich history, from the inhabitation of the white in search for a pathway to India for trade, to the most popular story of apartheid and the imprisonment of Nelson Mandela and other political prisoners. Robben Island, Robben means penguin. So Penguin Islands, that's where it got its name. It's just a couple of kilometers off the shores of Cape Town, and we are going to be taking the boat. No, actually, I don't know, is it a ship? One of those. So as I said earlier, Once you are at a place called VA Waterfront, which is this vicinity, you can access almost everything that you would want to know about Cape Town. You can access the Robben Island, the aquarium, the beautiful street. You can get a tour bus to go see the vineyards. The tour bus literally takes you every single destination that you would want to get in Cape Town. So waterfront, that's the place you'd want to be. So this is the ship that we are going to be boarding. It is called Sikululekile. I got that right. So here we are, ready to board. The ship has televisions that gives you a history on your 45 minutes ride on the waters, and it's actually such a pretty ride, but the tides is something else. The experience was a bittersweet reality, bitter because of the inhumane things that were done to people, but sweet because of the solidarity narration that the prisoners got to cultivate within themselves while they were in prison.
Loving Highland.
Loving Island. We were privileged to have an ex-prisoner guide us through the trip and share his experiences while a prisoner in the system of apartheid. I hope you learned something through this trip.
You may not know the value of that. Let me highlight to you. Chiefs are innovations of colonialism by the British and the Dutch. Right? We had kings. But this group of European people, they decided, we have the monarchy, we have the kings. You understand? You are not equals. Yours are smaller, ours. Do you understand, everybody? And I was incarcerated for solid 5 years. It is an honor and a privilege to stand in front of you. I'm so glad I have lived to tell the story. When we came here, the oldest was 22, we were 14. And the youngest ever as a prisoner here, folks, was 13 years. And from there you had literally every number in sequence, up to 16 Mr. Mandela's range. All right, everybody?
Yeah.
And here we come. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Please mean it. Move this bus, let it fall into pieces. And you see those people will look at us like, wow, what just happened? Okay, there we go. Amanda!
Awe!
You say away. Away. That's right. Okay, everybody?
Yes.
I say Amanda, away too. And you must give me that. Huh? Amanda!
Away too!
Let's Amanda!
Away too!
The bus. 1977. And we walked to prison. A generation that had just come before us were handcuffed and their legs were chained. They moved like animals from here to prison. I can tell you right now, there's a gentleman in the 60s when prison was that side, very small buildings, who was building for whatever disease, I don't know. They let him bleed to death. They used to smuggle people out of there. And once they take you out of here, smuggle day or night, they used to know you are gone and you are not coming back. It was not a joke to fight a system of apartheid. I know people who were murdered in detention without trial. And you can still not ask me to hate. They oppressed out of foolishness based on race. We fought because we freed ourselves and them to create a society of human race.
Amen.
And trust me, it's not worth fighting a struggle based on hate. Because the tendency is that you move from that old dispensation into a new one with your hate. Do you understand, everybody? So your racial hate is overlapping. Now everybody's free, but you are still trapped in your world of hate based on race. Who bottled us through colonialism, capitalism, and imperialism. Do you understand? In South Africa, I have seen it, she has seen it, how politicians and business people benefited from apartheid. So in the end, I hate white people hate me. And I was like that. I was angry young man. I was the left of left. But when I come to prison, I began to be taught that we fight a system, not people.
People there. Sijasikia so emotional kama leo, as in just the whole story on apartheid, and the person who was speaking to us has actually been a prisoner in this same island. So we are touring Robben Island. I really hope I can do like a crash course, but yeah, if you get an opportunity, this is actually a nice place to come. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to sit still, and even after recalling the wrong done to you, you choose to forgive and love. Bitterness is a prison whose keys are labeled forgiveness, and though forgiveness is not easy, especially when apologies are not made, it's the key to our liberation. Wondered why Jesus would call us to forgive our enemies? Surely that feels so unfair, but he knows that if we don't forgive, we remain shackled and enslaved to anger and bitterness. But if we choose to forgive, we win. We win because we let go, and it's not a sign of weakness but one of strength. We let go of bitterness and we are liberated. This here used to be the prison cells, and they used to lie down on mats for the longest time before they got beds. And guess how they got the beds? They got them by fasting for a whole 17 days, refusing to eat until their plight was hard.
This side bandus. During apartheid, this word was used against the black people. And during apartheid, blacks had no value in the country, were valueless.
The trip through the prison made me wonder, what am I willing to fight for? Something that is beyond me. Because it does take courage and boldness to stand for something against all odds for the good of many. Question to you as well, beloved. What are you willing to fight for? Not just for your own selfish gains and that of your family, but for people who you know nothing about. I hope wherever we find ourselves in, we will not be victims of circumstances, but we will rise above that and stand for what we believe in, and stand for the good of not just ourselves, but the good of humanity, and create lessons for hundreds and hundreds to learn from, all for the glory of God. Remember, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Not for us to be victims, but for us to rise above that.
All right, when we are finished inside, I am going to call you to come back this way so that we go to Mandela's section.
This is His Excellency Nelson Mandela's cell, where he spent close to 13 years of his life in. His book, The Long Walk to Freedom, was written from these four walls. Thank you for watching.